for the past 2 years since the Kigali hackathon, myself and my colleagues, we've been part of the team that's been supporting implementation of the OpenXRP solution, which is one of the digital health global goods that is based off the Open Health Stack work. And so it's been implemented in a way to support the smart guidelines and support adoption of L3 content into L4. And so building off that work, we've been able to support country implementations, the largest one being in Uganda. We are currently still actively supporting it. And we've since formed a local implementation organization called NAWI, which we support at least a couple of implementations within Africa, but then also have been contributing actively onto the Open Health Stack. So both the Android Fire SDK to support data collection, offline-based data collection in a Fire native way, but then also helping the countries and where we are doing implementation do analytics of the Fire data that they collect at country-wide level, integrating to DHIS2, and then also providing security layers through the Fire Information Gateway, still a part of the Open Health Stack. And then also now moving forward, there are plans to adopt the learnings from the OpenSRP implementation into some sort of reference application for the Open Health Stack, which we're currently calling the OHS player. That will be more of like a reference application that can help more and more implementers adapt the Fire native implementations on both Android and other platforms. I think one of the main things, one of the gaps as to why especially Google, ourselves, NAWI, Honor and IntelliSoft had this idea of the OHS player is to build like a production user, actual field use ready solution of the Fire native and implementing smart IGs. So being able to have some way that these users can reference and adapt these solutions was one of the gaps. Another gap at country level implementation. A good example being in Uganda, in as much as everyone is fired up about implementing interoperability architectures at country level, there's still it's still something that's coming up. So having a solution that already is doing this is helping them try to fill in that gap. But then also, so there is also a gap in them understanding the standard itself. And then also getting other systems that can work together using Fire as an interoperability layer. So capacity in terms of knowledge on Fire, capacity in terms of the actual infrastructure, and then capacity in terms of actual solutions that implement these Fire-based interoperability architectures is something that with help we can build on. I think when we went to Kigali, I think we were just a few organizations trying to do early adaptation of the Fire native implementations, L4 level smart guidelines. But then I think since then, number one, at least countries at actual country level adaptations, there's a lot of interest. We've been doing capacity building to MOH developers in Uganda, other countries like Zambia. and locally even at Kenya, there's actually interest building at actual MOH level and not just organizations who are implementing this work. But then also, I think we have seen the community grow, more and more companies, organizations and companies, both for profit and non-profit, trying to build capacity, trying to get more and more developers who implement such architectures. At the beginning, it was hard selling Fire Native solution. One of the main things being probably think it's just jargon you're selling, or you're using an edge to make it a selling point. But I think that's been changing. At least there's been more advocacy on the importance of interoperability and the importance of having like standardized framework. And so there's been at least more reception to the work that we've been doing, and at least there's also interest in learning and building capacity around the same. For me, it's just and first of all, I really appreciate the fact that the Global Digital Health Forum came to Nairobi, so my home, my country, and so that's been a huge deal. But then for me, having such a community affirms to the fact that at least there's a community that we are building, and that's focused around our universal goal to make public health more accessible and more impactful. And I think besides just the fact that we are technical people, we are driven by the whole aim of making sure that we have impact. We make our communities healthier. We make the global community healthier, and I think it's amazing seeing the passion that all these people bring to such a forum, all the different kind of innovations going around, and I think it just keeps us more fired up. And I will just say I'm humbled at this point in time. And one of the things I actually always mention is that I think I'm from a financial background, and in finance they have very established interoperability, of course, because money runs the world. So they have really good protocols of communication. If I can access my money anywhere in the world, as long as I have Visa, it's easy to send money to anywhere almost instantly. But then seeing this kind of interoperability structures coming up within health is something I am lucky and I'm proud to be part of.